is going on, you guys? It is Mira, it is Shira, it is Vibra, it is ScorpionReddz Tarot. Even though I ain't doing tarot right now. Why am I saying that? Anyway, listen, you guys, I hope everyone is having an amazing freaking day, you guys. On my slide home, still sliding through the goddamn military coming out the Washington DC's of the Americas. I still do not understand why I'm still having to drive through Hummers and military down here where ain't nothing going on no more. Keep going. What was I about to say, y'all? So I finally got finished watching Insecure, and I want to talk about Nathan real quick, because have y'all ever been in a situation where you've been dating somebody and there was someone that you're cool with, like maybe y'all might have had a sexual past, a sexual history or something in the past, and y'all are just like platonic friends or whatever, and you're in a new relationship or whatever, but you know that person that you used to date, how y'all used to fuck and all that. You just know the history, and like you're trying to just be platonic and just like smooth this friendship out because you're not trying to fuck up your new thing going on. Y'all, if it was me, I'm glad that Issa did have that helping hand in regards to Nathan. But if it was me, the way my poom poom set up and the way girl, listen, if I would have just got with my Lawrence, back with my fucking Lawrence, bitch, I would have not put myself in the line of fire of temptation to go over fucking Nathan's house to help him move shit. I wouldn't have helped him move motherfucking shit, because the next thing I know, I'd have been laying on my back getting some dick. I would not. Like, is it just me? Y'all, when it's somebody that I know, I fucking good and goddamn. Okay, YouTube back when they bullshit. But I'm serious, y'all. I would have not put myself in that predicament with Nathan. I have to tell him like, hey, I don't know if you know this, but I'm in a relationship now. I got back with my ex. Did y'all see all of that shade that Nathan threw at fucking Issa? Like, oh yeah, I hope he don't fuck up again and all that shit. Bitch, I would have left. Hey Rhonda, I would have fucking left. Number one, I would have never put myself, if I'm in a situation, especially if me and someone that I was with that I really cared about, we finally got back together, I would not ever dare put myself in a situation with someone that I had a sexual past with, and then allow him to shade the person that I'm currently with. If that was me, what's up, Mr. Anthony? If that was me and I would have went over to one of my friends' house and I told him, look, I'm still here with you, we still cool, but I'm back with my ex, and my friend would have shaded my ex or the person that I'm with, I'm sorry, I would have got the fuck up and I would have walked out of that apartment. Nathan was shading the fucking shit out of Lawrence. He was shading Lawrence down, boots, young. And then for it to really, really come out, the reason that he just like ghosted Issa is because he's bipolar. Like, I really do want to talk about that, because if you were dating someone and there's like hella chemistry, there's hella vibes, like, or y'all are like peas in the pod, but then you find out a little bit into the relationship that the person has mental health issues, like, do you think that you could handle someone with bipolar issues? Because bipolar issues is some serious shit, and it's some serious shit to deal with, because 1 minute your person can be up, 1 minute the person can go all the way down. Hey ML, how would you feel, Michael Anthony, Rhonda, if you were dating someone and it later came out that the person that you were dating had bipolar issues? Being honest with yourself, do you think that you would be able to like deal with it and still be able to support that person through the relationship? Do you think that it would be something that would eventually like maybe cause some pressure? You would have been out of there for sure. No disrespect. I'm being honest with myself. I don't know if I could have dealt with it, like, cause I don't know if I'm part-time bipolar, motherfucker. So shit, I can't be dealing somebody else who emotions are up and down, and I'm already dealing with my motherfucking emotions and shit. Cause I go from 0 to 100 real quick. You understand what I'm saying? There's no middle ground over here. So, you know, and like, I have a family member, and she always be like, cause you know I'm bipolar, and I always tell her, sis, stop saying that shit, because being bipolar is not something to joke around with. I know people who have bipolar, bipolar syndrome, or whatever the clinical term of it is, but I know people that one day they could be the livest person on the block, and then the next couple of days they're going through some type of depression, and they're like locked in their room. They don't want to get out of bed. They don't want to talk. They don't want to eat. It wouldn't be a problem for you, Mr. Anthony. That's what's up. I feel like I would try my best. This is my thing. This is the caveat for me. I think that I could deal with it as long as the person that I'm dating is responsibly dealing with it. If they are taking their medicine, keeping up with their doctor's appointments, making sure that they're eating right, keeping themselves hydrated, and doing everything that they need to do to make sure that they're as healthy as can be, I would not walk away from them. If it's someone that is bipolar and you ain't trying to take your medicine and you're not doing what you're supposed to do, oh fuck no. Because I can't help you if you're not trying to help yourself. And bipolar is nothing to fucking play with. I briefly dated someone who had schizo. Ooh. Well, how did you deal with that, ML? Because, like, and let's keep it 100. People, just because people might have emotional disorders or mental health disorders, they deserve love too. He said, it's true. Can get the best of you. It really, really can. It really, really can. I have family members that are like seriously bipolar. It was a roller coaster ride, and it's like, how can you help someone that when they sink so low? It's like you can't help them because they don't want to talk to you. Like, they really don't want your help. They just want you to leave them the fuck alone. And sometimes they can be aggressive or nasty or rude to you. And after, I feel like certain people that are very, very strong, and no matter what, because I'm thinking about it like from the terms, if it was my child, you know what I'm saying, I would have to stick it through, you know what I'm saying? But in relationships, you can have choices to walk away or whatever. But I think as long as they're being responsible and taking their medications and things like that, it would allow me to go with them to the doctor visits so that I could talk to the doctor myself and figure out what can I do from a supportive aspect to help this person. What's up, Brick City? He turned out to be obsessive. Oh my God. See, you can't. See, that's the things that I'm scared about. That's the thing that I'm scared about. I would be scared about stuff like that, because to have bipolar or schizophrenia, and then you have other issues too, like someone that is possessive, obsessive and stuff, that's not a good fucking mixture. And you really have to tread lightly with things like that. Like, I don't know. So in regards to the situation with Issa on the Insecure thing, I felt some type of way about bruh like shading the fuck out of Lawrence, because I feel like him and Lawrence kind of were on the same book, because the whole reason why Issa and Lawrence relationship broke down is because Lawrence was going through depression because he wasn't working. You know what I'm saying? So to me, I feel like that is like, depression is depression no matter how you cut it. You know what I'm saying? So, and you see how it affected Issa. It made her feel like she wasn't loved. She didn't want to come home. Like, and someone with bipolar, if they're bipolar, they can go through bouts of them being on the low for like, it could be like a week, 2 weeks, a couple of months, until they like kick out of it. I couldn't imagine myself, like, I would have to really, really love the person. I swear on my life. But I know how hard I can love. And I know if I really, really love the person, and I found out that this person was battling bipolar depression, and especially if we broke up and the whole time like this person had bipolar and we just didn't know it, I would have felt horrible, and I would have did everything that I could to help the person. But I don't know if I could have put up with any type of abuse or anything like that. I don't think I could have did that shit. I do not think I could have did that shit. And I feel like the reason why old dude shaded the fuck out of Lawrence like that is because, like, she vented to him at some point in time about her frustrations with that relationship and shit like that. And in the first season, Lawrence was like a bum. So it's like hard to believe from anyone that heard about how he was that he could be anything other than a fucking bum. But we clearly see Lawrence isn't a fucking bum. That just goes to show you how serious fucking depression is. Listen, if you are dating someone and you see them all the way up here one day and then they just crash and burn and they're not talking to you, try your best to get them to talk to you too, and show support. Show support, because like a lot of people cannot handle depression, y'all, and it's scary when it's someone that chemical effect. Yes, it's like depression is no joke. People kill themselves over depression, and it's something that's very, very fucking serious. And the reason why I'm saying is like, I don't necessarily think it would be hard for me to deal with someone with bipolar if they are not taking care of their self and taking their medications, because like I said, people kill themselves behind depression. Even just being in a depressive mind state, your brain isn't thinking correctly, so you might be processing something in a very toxic manner because you're going through a bout of depression. You might not know what the fuck you're walking into, especially with bipolar depression. No, man, that shit, oh, that's scary to me. That is so scary to me. But I feel like, you know, you can't shade one depression for another. Just because yours is more severe, where it actually being diagnosed as bipolar, I don't feel like the dude was right, or it wasn't fair for him to shade Lawrence, because even though Lawrence was going through some shit where he wasn't being supportive to Issa and he was kind of being a couch bum, he was going through the same bouts of depression that this man with the bipolar was going through, and to me they are one and the same. And I really do think that people need to realize when we're going through these bouts of depression, how it's affecting the people that is around you that truly, truly love you, because you're not the only person experiencing that depression. Everyone around you is experiencing that bout of depression with you because they love you. You know what I'm saying? So I really do think that we need to open up the doors a little bit more to talk about relationships surrounding mental health, because that could force someone to not be thinking rationally or want to kill themselves if they're going through something like schizophrenia or bipolar depression or something like that, and you feel like no one wants to date you, or you're scared to date because you don't want to be a burden on someone, and then you're feeling alone, and that's scary to think about that too. You know what I'm saying? And I see a lot of people leaving the chat, because I can only imagine that this isn't like the most upbeat conversation, but these are conversations that we need to have, because you never fucking know. Your next relationship, you might see early signs of bipolar or just like early signs of depression, and if you really know what it is, you could really help save a fucking life. You know what I'm saying? It is a very delicate emotion, and a lot of people, they just don't want to deal with it. And I think that if people really recognize, you know, people that are going through depression, regardless of what level of severity of depression it is, they need someone to stick it there with them and fight for them and love them, and to show them that, hey, no matter what, I love you and I'm here for you. When people do not have that type of support with depression, that is very dangerous. It's very dangerous, and they deserve love too. Just like people with terminal illnesses deserve love. People with infectious disease, they deserve love and they deserve support too. Like, I feel like just because someone has like HIV or something like that, I don't know. The only thing I could think of is like HIV. I couldn't imagine just because someone was diagnosed with HIV that they would go through the rest of their life with no one to love them. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are people who are asexual Isn't that what they call asexual people who don't want to have sex? So like someone who might have an infectious disease might be able to find a companionate relationship with someone who is, I think they call them asexual or whatever. That might be a good match for them. You know what I'm saying? Because one person doesn't require sex and the other person, you know, just whatever. I just like, I don't know. I just feel like these are very sensitive topics, and I don't think that we should just skim past it. I really do think that people really do need to broadly talk about relationships, how to notice the early signs of depression, bipolar depression disorder, or whatever, and what we could do to help. And even being honest with yourself and saying, hey, I love the person, but I'm not equipped to handle and support this person through this. I don't feel like you should feel any type of way by saying I don't have the tools to be the emotional support for this person, because you have to be extremely strong, because it can then send you into depression if you don't know what you're doing, and if you don't know how to maturely manage the person that you love and manage your own self. You know what I'm saying? That's just like, energy is very transferable. Someone that's going through a bipolar depression moment, you know, they could just be going through something and just their energy is off. Like that energy can transfer to you, and the next thing you know, the next couple of days you're going through some depression and you can't figure out why you're feeling this way. It's because, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I really do feel like, so, yeah, it can. That's what I'm saying. Like bipolar depression, it can last for a week, a couple of weeks, a couple of months. That shit is some serious shit. That's some serious shit, man. It's some serious shit, and I would just hope that, God forbid, you know what I'm saying? Because you never know, like, a couple years from now, that might be one of us. You know what I'm saying? That might develop some shit, you know, or that might be in our bloodline that we don't even fucking know about. That might come later on. You still deserve love, and you know what I'm saying? Like, you would want someone to love you through this situation. So I just really wanted to talk about that. Now, it's another thing on Insecure that I really wanted. It says this, hell yeah, this fucking you motherfucker right, Brick City. Hell goddamn yeah. You gotta think about it. It's mass unemployment right now. A lot of people just passed away. A lot of people, like, COVID hit them and it took them down fast. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people, the last time even seeing their loved one was walking them into a hospital that you were not allowed to go back into, and people died alone in hospitals. So maybe we really do need to talk about depression, because like, a lot of people could be going through depression right now, and I don't know, maybe that's why God moved me to talk about this. And then I want to also talk about Molly and Issa again, because I really do feel like the contrast of their friendship during this season is very important for us to talk about. You could definitely tell that Molly and Issa, they're best friends. They've been best friends for forever. I don't think that they know any other type of relationship that close. Like, that's their best friend. But clearly you can see that Molly and Issa are on two totally different pages in their lives. Sometimes as best friends, you can... I'm talking about Insecure on HBO. Especially like if you've been best friends since teenagers, since like middle school, high school and stuff, y'all could grow up, you know, and y'all could grow apart, and your views can change. A lot of things can change about you. And the main thing that I'm noticing within the they don't sleep well neither. Wow. See, I've never dealt with Now, I've dealt with depression. I can't think about if I was having problems sleeping. I've definitely dealt with depression. I've had hard depression before. I didn't know that. But anyway, what was I saying? I want to say for the Molly character, I really do feel like she has some type of personality disorder or something. And I know people like Molly that they just cannot find happiness for whatever reason. They always have to find something wrong, something to complain about. They just are never happy, never satisfied. I do not know what that type of personality disorder is called, but I've definitely known people like that, and I've had to say, and I've known people, and we've been friends for fucking years, but I don't know what triggers that, because I've known people that they weren't like that before. Like, they were actually happy people. I don't know what the fuck happened in these people's lives where everything is like, just everything is an issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, every time you talk to them, like, their energy, you can tell they're not happy. And like, I had this one friend, it was like one bout in her life, she was just going through some shit, and every time I would call her, I would be all the way up here, but as soon as I say hello, and just her saying hello back to me, and just her being down here, it was like draining my happiness almost. And I would struggle on the phone trying to talk to her and trying to make her laugh and just trying to have like a pleasant conversation, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, every time I call this person, it's the same just melodramatic, drab, nothing to be happy for ass type energy. And like, I don't even think that this girl realized, like, sis, you're waking up and you're carrying this energy with you to work. I could only imagine that you're making your coworkers fucking miserable. Like, I'm feeling miserable just talking to you on the fucking phone. You know what I'm saying? It's not, because I could even talk to someone that's venting and I could let them vent and it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's different than fucking energy. Do you understand the energy of someone? As soon as you talk to them, they fucking drain all of the life and the happiness out of your body. Like, I can't, you know what I'm saying? And this friend, I had to realize, like, look, I don't know what the fuck she's going through, but I can't keep every time I'm on the phone with her, I'm calling this person, I'm happy, and as soon as I get on the phone with her, I just feel like I'm just being drained of all of my happiness because of whatever energy is on the other side of the phone. I just had to leave her ass alone for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever the fuck she was going through, let her go through that shit and work through that shit, and like, we can connect back with each other when you are in a better space in your life. Hey, Jay. But I just couldn't do it, because especially it's like when you're already going through something in your life, because at that time I was going through something myself, but I still push myself to wake up and have something. It does affect everyone. Hey, Ebony, like, to me, it's like, man, especially if I'm going through something way worse than you, and I can still find something to wake up every day and to smile and be happy and find something to be thankful for, and what you're going through isn't that serious of what I'm going through. Like, I don't want to be greeted by energy like that. And I had to leave her the fuck alone for a little bit. And it wasn't nothing personal. It's not that I don't like her, I don't love her, but her energy was draining me, and I didn't know how to tell her, like, look, you just don't seem to be a happy person right now. I love you, but I love myself too much. I think we need a break. You know what I'm saying? I felt like that would have put more strain on our relationship as it already was if I would have told her that. So, and then I'm the type of person, I'll just stop talking to you. I won't tell you shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just the Scorpio in me. I just disappear. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't feel like I have to work on that. You know what I'm saying? Because I got certain people might be looking at me like I'm crazy, like, damn, Reddz, why you just stop talking to me? And the whole time is because you just don't seem to be in a happy space right now. It's not me, actually, it's you. You know what I'm saying? But I'll take it. I'll be the crazy one if you want to. But it's hard. That's a hard situation. Yeah, we were detached from you quick. I'm sorry. Like, I can't. I can't, and for me, I won't even tell you why I'm not talking to you. I would just stop fucking talking to you. Like cold turkey, just like. And I have to work on that. Like, it's certain shit within myself I have to work on, because I feel like if you're going to disassociate yourself with the person, you should at least tell them why, and don't just leave them hanging and guessing. But I don't know. I guess the way my mind is set up, I don't give a fuck. That's not nice though, and I'm trying to work on that. I really am trying to work on that. But it's hard. Like, how do you tell someone, hey, I stopped talking to you because you just don't seem to be at a happy point in your life, and I don't like talking to you when you're like that. I'd rather talk to you when you're more happy, you know? So, I don't know. It said they cover well in the beginning, but quickly spiral out, especially. Yeah. Hey, Litra. And I don't know, man, because, like, ain't nobody about to trigger me going into no motherfucking depression. So if I feel like you're going through a hard time in your life, and I am trying within everything in me to try to make you smile, try to make you happy, and you just don't want to be, y'all have to understand, there are some people that just don't want to be happy. They don't want to be happy. Like, for real. Like, I've even had some females and shit, they complain because they single and they want to fuck a relationship, and they just want to be in a relationship so bad, but every time they start talking to someone, I don't give head, I don't do this, I don't want to do this, and I'm not going to do this, and I'm not going to do, like, well, what the fuck is you going to do? Like, what are you going to do? Like, the normal fucking shit that normal people do to have a happy, cohesive, and, like, healthy relationship, you don't want to do that shit. So, like, do you understand why you're lonely? Do you understand why you're not happy? Do you understand why you're not in a relationship? Do you understand why? Like, come on. Like, that's a miserable state of existence. Like, you don't want to do anything? You don't want to do anything. That sound like a dry ass motherfucker. But don't nobody want to be around people that are like that. Just pessimistic ass motherfucking personalities. Do y'all understand what I'm talking about? There's always something, well, I don't do that, well, I don't like this, I don't like being around people like that. I am so I'm sorry about it. I'm sorry about it. That's just like, I'm gonna give you an example. You done worked all fucking week. It's your Friday off. You done just got paid. Friday night. The party is jumping. You feeling right. You call your girl or you call your boy and you say, hey, we about to hit the club. Right? Y'all get all excited. You in the car. Y'all gassed up. Y'all riding to the club. Y'all super excited. As soon as you walk through the club door, like, you getting excited to hit your friend, like, hey, come on. Da-da-da. I don't dance. And like the whole time, and I have had a fucking situation like this happen to me. Like, we're literally in the car, gassed up, geeked up. We've been talking about going to the club all motherfucking week. And as soon as we walk into the club, this motherfucker's energy just drops to zero. And this bitch like, oh, I don't dance. I don't want to dance. I don't want to go over there. I want to just stand right here. Y'all go ahead and go party. Like, I don't want to do anything. And I'm just like, what the fuck? What the fuck just happened? What just happened? What just happened? I don't want to. I don't want. Y'all go. I don't want to talk to him. I don't want. What? What? I hate people like, yo. That was actually my first friend, and we really realized was bipolar. But you know what? This bitch wasn't. She wasn't originally bipolar. You know what made her ass end up being bipolar? Fucking drugs. This bitch was taking fucking drugs, and that shit fucked up her chemical imbalance in her goddamn brain, and her ass developed fucking bipolar. Cause she was dating some fucking stupid ass dude who used to smoke fucking PCP, boat, dip, wet, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Or her ass was smoking that shit with him. That's why I'm trying to tell y'all, please have a motherfucking mind of your own. Just cause you dating somebody and they out there dating, and you dating them and they doing drugs or they do this or they do that, you need to have a motherfucking mind of your own. Okay? Because my friend was fucking normal. Once she started dating her baby father and that bitch started smoking that motherfucking goddamn wet, She just wasn't right in her brain. She just wasn't herself no more. And I could not hang with that bitch no more. I'm sorry. I could not hang with her no motherfucking more. Like, I can't do that shit. If when I'm up here, I want to stay up here. I do not want to come around you and talk to you and then I'm feeling all the way down here. Okay? And as we talk about something real quick that, you know, was a brief conversation and then we picking it back up again. Other than that, I want to be around people that want to have fun. I want to be around people that are actually happy in their life. I don't want to talk to people that every fucking thing, it's just a pessimistic ass, fucking miserable ass attitude that ain't happy about shit, that don't want to do nothing fun, that don't want to do, like, I cannot, y'all. I the fuck cannot. I will not do it in a relationship. I would damn sure not do it in no friendship. You want to be miserable, you can be miserable by yourself. I cannot do it unless it's something clinical that I love you enough to want to help you with. I can't do it. I cannot stand by and watch my friends live in a, or someone that I love live in a state of misery. And I'm trying to help you, but if you want to stay there, I gotta respect your wishes and leave you there. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to let you drag me down that road with you, especially if you don't want to help yourself. You know what I'm saying? That friend that I was talking about, she didn't want to help herself. And a couple years later, me and my cousin, she came back. She tried to come back around in our life, but it's this still up and down, topsy-turvy ass motherfucking type of energy with her. You don't know if she, you just never know. And she would not have been like that if she wouldn't have started fucking with them drugs. So I'm going to encourage all of you guys. It's a bipolar 1 and bipolar 2. I didn't know that there was different levels of bipolar. I just thought bipolar was bipolar. And schizophrenia can be something that could be inherited by drug use too. So y'all watch out with all the motherfucking drugs. Fucking boat, ecstasy, pills. Y'all keep on doing all of that shit. And see, it will eat at your brain. It will eat at you. You understand? What did Jay say? A lot of these people, their mom's yo, listen, let me tell you something. I know exactly what the fuck you're talking about. I dated someone, and I'm not going to say along where in my dating history, I did not like this motherfucker's mother at all. At motherfucking all. Every time I see this woman, she always got the stone face, bald head, just nasty ass attitude. She bald head, nasty ass attitude. Just was not approachable. I can see why she's single. I mean, she's just like, she controlled her sons. Like, she treated her sons like they had to cater to her and put her before their like no matter where they lived, they had to pay her bills in her house first before. Like, this woman was just so fucking toxic. I mean, she was so fucking toxic, but she was a miserable ass motherfucking woman. And she made her sons miserable fucking too. And this woman is fucking alcoholic. And her son is a fucking alcoholic just like her. This woman does not realize how much fucking damage she did to those fucking boys. One of the boys, he severely suffers from depression. Like, sometimes, like on Facebook, I don't follow neither one of them anymore. But it was a few times me and this, one of the brothers was not cool at that time with each other, but we followed each other, and he would always like go through these bouts of depressions, and I could always tell when this little motherfucker was going through depression, because he would always be having these half-ass suicidal like messages. I mean, it's not like he was saying that he was going to kill himself, but you could tell something was going on and someone needs to check on him. But because me and him wasn't cool, I didn't feel comfortable to reach out to him. And years later, we ended up talking about that shit. And I told him about, like, When you go low, when you sink low and you scare me sometimes. And during that time when we were not cool, I really, really wanted to reach out to you, but I did not want to trigger you because we were not cool. But when you go low, you go low. And me and him really had a fucking talk about that shit because I'm like, this boy is so fucking beautiful. He is such a hard worker. It's his self-esteem issues, and it's because of they fucking drunk ass, fucking bipolar, schizophrenic ass motherfucking miserable ass mother. And this woman does not even realize how much damage she has done to her fucking sons. I could, no. Fucking no. Have you ever really liked the person that you dated, but you could not stand that person's parents? I could love you, but I don't love your schizophrenic, bipolar, fucking bald head ass, miserable ass mama, and I can't deal with that hoe. Because she got too much control. I mean, when I'm trying to tell you, this woman had her claws into them motherfucking boys. And I feel so sorry for whoever they ended up marrying and ended up being with, because it's like the mother is a third party in their relationship. And anytime that bitch is on a rampage and she just decides that she don't want to be happy that day, the first person she calls is her motherfucking sons, and she starts shit with them, and she my boyfriend, this bitch would call her fucking son early in the morning, and when she would just fuck his morning up, and will fuck his whole day up, and I would be spending all fucking day trying to lift him back up and trying to make him feel happy and trying to like get him to brush off his mother's energy, because like she was just a miserable ass fucking bitch. And certain people, like there's certain people that just don't want to be happy, and they look for something to argue about. They look for something to be unhappy about. This woman would literally do this shit and will fuck with her goddamn son early, 7 o'clock in the morning. How you wake up miserable? I have a family member that's like that. And me and this person, we are estranged because of that. Like, you're just a miserable ass fucking bitch. And anytime you wake up and you decide that you're just not that happy, you're not happy that day, you want everyone around you to not be happy too. And I don't respect that shit. I really do not respect that shit. Like, we can have a conversation, but you don't have to try to destroy my morning because you're waking up in a funk. And this person is I'm talking about my family member now. I've seen this bitch wake up upset for no fucking reason. Just wake up on one. Do y'all know anybody like that? They wake up upset. I don't know if this motherfucker had a bad dream. I don't know if this person has insomnia, can't sleep, and maybe I don't know. I swear to God, I don't know. But I could not be in a relationship with someone like that. Like, you literally don't want to be happy. You're not even trying to be happy, and you're trying to make other people unhappy because you're unhappy. I can't do that. There would have to be a fucking clinical diagnosis to make me understand that. Otherwise, I cannot deal with it, and I do not want to deal with it, and I'm not going to deal with it. You want to be angry, you want to be mad and upset, you do that. It says some family members do not need Facebook, making everybody have a bad day. Yes, like, oh my gosh. Some of these people are clinically diagnosed and have issues. Some people just, and that's another thing in the black community. We act like bipolar, schizophrenia, like that shit don't exist in our community. It motherfucking does. Like, I don't know why black people act like, oh, ain't nothing wrong with that boy, ain't nothing wrong with that girl, she don't need to go to no counselor. You going to a counselor? You going to a psychologist? Yeah, some people really do need to go to a psychologist and unpack some shit. Y'all, there's nothing wrong with a psychologist. Especially if you're dealing with bipolar, depression, or any type of level of depression. Please help yourself to it. Yo, it will make you feel so much better to just talk to someone that doesn't have a preconceived notion about you, about your situation, about your disorder. Just someone that really doesn't have a biased opinion, that can literally just listen to you and wholeheartedly hear what you feel and help you figure out how to process it. It's nothing wrong with going to go see a psychologist. And even if you need to go see someone to go get some psych meds or something like that, get it. If you need to get a pill cocktail to help you better function so that you're having better happy days, do what you need to do for yourself, y'all. Do not feel embarrassed. Do not feel no type of way about that shit, because just like all the what started this whole conversation, if y'all are just coming in, is me watching Insecure and Issa having that child. Lord help us all, for real. Especially someone that knows that they're bipolar and then they're not taking their medicines, they're not properly managing that shit, and they use that shit for a reason, just to be mean and nasty. Like, that is the worst. That is the fucking worst. That is the worst. But like I said, all of this started because me watching Insecure. It just made me want to have a conversation about this, because yeah, the dude ghosted her. He stopped talking to her, but I respect him for not talking to her while he was going through his bipolar depression bout or whatever, because if you know that you're not yourself and you're not feeling right, if you're not able to communicate and tell people what you're feeling, if you gotta disappear for a little bit and come back when you get yourself together and like we can have a conversation about what was going on with you, I respect that. I respect that. They really are a different breed. See, that's what I'm saying. YouTube is on some fuck shit. It's saying only one of y'all are in the chat. I don't even know how many of y'all are in the chat. It don't even matter. But I just like, now I'm really starting to thinking about the amount of people that I know that could possibly actually be bipolar, but black people, they act like this shit don't exist sometimes. Like something wrong going to a psychologist or something, like, or something to be embarrassed about. Yo, it's nothing to be embarrassed about having to deal with emotional or mental health issues or personality disorders. What's embarrassing is you not taking your motherfucking ass to the doctor and actually getting help, and you running around acting like a fucking maniac. That's embarrassing. That's what you should be embarrassed about. Don't ever be embarrassed about saying that you need some motherfucking help. You understand what I'm saying? Don't ever. Yeah, I mean, and like even a lot of people are just even realizing within the most recent 15 to 20 years what the fuck autism is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know so many people that they have kids that are possibly autistic, but they are not taking their children to go get tested, to go see what's going on. Oh, ain't nothing wrong with them. Ain't nothing wrong with them. Go outside and play. Ain't nothing wrong with them. Stop crying. Ain't nothing. No, go see what's wrong with your baby. If you feel like something ain't wrong, like go see what's wrong. Go see what's wrong. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I definitely feel on the show that Lawrence was going through a serious bout of depression in his personal life, and that affected their relationship, and it caused the breakup in their relationship. And Nathan was clinically diagnosed with bipolar, and that affected Issa's relationship with him. So unfortunately, depression seems to have been plaguing a lot of Issa's relationships, and they're like lightly touching around it, but I feel like I'm really hoping that they open up the topic a little bit more, where they really do like a PSA. Do you do relationship advice? Yeah, I do relationship advice. You got a question? I can only give you advice for, I'm not no professional, but I do give relationship advice. Since my ex-mom spread rumors about me. See, like, I see, yo, I cannot deal with people's psychopathic ass goddamn mothers. Patty LaBelle. Like, I cannot, like, my last ex, you cannot tell me that his mother did not like me because she was intimidated by me. All his other bitches that he fucked with, they all lived with him in her house. she controlled everything. That bitch doesn't control nothing in my motherfucker. I have my own shit. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want to come and spend the night in your house. I don't need nothing from you. I kept her son away from her house because I had my shit together. You know what I'm saying? So, no. And I really do feel like my ex's mother really did have a lot to do with the reason why we broke up. Are you guys just talking to each other strictly online, or have you guys been face to face? Because you gotta ask that, because nowadays a lot of people, they'll say they're in relationships, but their whole relationship has strictly been online and they haven't met each other yet. So if you guys have actually had personal interactions with each other, I'm the type of person, I go off of chemistry. You know what I'm saying? Like, if your chemistry is screaming to each other and y'all are just vibing or something like that, like, grab her hand and let her know, like, am I